I'm gonna have you guys stand up. So wherever you are, hopefully you've designated a large enough space in your office so that you can stand and move around. And to get started, you're just gonna find an easy stance. Your feet are about hips width apart, so think the width of a dollar bill. You should be able to look down and see your toes. Hopefully they're down there. And rock the shoulders back and down, squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back, bring your hands by your sides. The palms face outward, so this is our mountain pose, a very neutral, stable pose. Allow the eyes to close. Soften your knees. There's a little buoyancy in the legs. Relax the muscles of the face. Root down through your feet, spread your toes really wide. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth side out through your mouth. Another deep inhale through the nose. Deep exhale through the mouth. One more time, big breath in, fill up the lungs. Big breath out. Allow the eyes to flutter open. Inhale your arms up toward the ceiling. Take a nice big full body stretch. You're gonna grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand and pull your arm over to the right, creating a sort of crescent moon shape. Looking up underneath your left arm, pressing down through your left foot, keep rooting down through your feet, reaching through the fingertips, getting as long as you can on the left side of the body. Take a big breath in, come up through center, switch your grip. So grabbing a hold of the right wrist, pull it over to the left, creating that same shape on the opposite side. So the more you press down into the outer edge of your right foot, the more you're gonna feel the stretch in the outer right hip. Then pulling that right arm up and over to stretch all the way through the ribs. Another big inhale, come through center, switch your grip. Take it to the right once more. We just won't hold it quite as long. Inhale up through center, take it over to the left. This time, reach up through center, nice full body stretch, reach all 10 fingers up toward the ceiling. And then you're gonna bring your hands to your low back, either as fists, or you can point the fingertips down towards your booty. And you're gonna push your hips forward as you come into kind of a mini back bend, squeezing the elbows towards one another, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Take your gaze up toward the ceiling. Maybe you can drop the head back, stretching the front of the neck. Little tiny back bend. Nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly come back up. Bounce the knees, make sure you're not locking out your joints. So we'll do that one more time. Take a big breath in, press the hips forward, open across the chest. And then as you exhale, you're gonna curl forward. So allowing the hands just to be dead weight, you're gonna roll all the way down over your legs. Drop your head and neck. Shake it yes, shake it no. Sway from side to side. And kind of rocking the weight in your feet from left to right, maybe from your toes to your heels, just playing with your center of gravity, but really let your head hang heavy. And take one more breath in, bring your hands to your shins, look forward, tabletop the spine, and then exhale, fold. So we'll do this a few times. As you inhale, you'll flatten the back, look forward, and then exhale, collapse back over your legs. Big inhale, hands to shins, reach the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, stretch through the heart. And exhale, fold over your legs. Next inhale, you'll roll all the way up to stand nice and slow. Keep your knees bent. Reach the arms straight up toward the ceiling. Then exhale, fold right back down over your legs. So keeping your knees bent the whole time is really important. Inhale, halfway lift your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way out and up. Exhale, slow fold over your legs, bend your knees. Halfway lift and breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale, reach all the way back up. This time you're just gonna bring your hands straight to your heart. Close your eyes. Just notice any physical sensations in the body, any shifts. Notice if your heart rate has gotten up a little bit. might have created a little bit of heat in the body. So rerouting through your feet, soften the knees. Engaging the low belly just enough to support the back. Drop your shoulders down your back. Rock your head from side to side, loosening any tension in the neck. One more deep breath in. Easy sigh out. Inhale, reach both hands up. As you exhale, come all the way back down, forward fold. And then you'll just come down to a tabletop position. So hands and knees. And if you have any discomfort in your knees, you can maybe put a blanket, or if you have a yoga mat, you can roll up a yoga mat, but we won't be on our knees for too long. Just enough to work into the shoulders and the spine a little. So as you inhale, you'll drop your belly down, look up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, arch your spine like a Halloween cat, tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale, drop the belly, look up, point your tailbone up. And exhale, round your spine. And a few more times just like that. Inhale the heart up. Exhale, round the back. Last time, breathe in, look up, tailbone up. And exhale, round, tuck your chin, tuck your tail. And then coming to a neutral spine, just nice flat tabletop. You'll reach your right arm out in front of you. And then reach your left toes back behind you so the leg is nice and straight. So you have the option to lift the leg off the floor and play with a little bit of balance here. We'll just do a little bit of core work, not too much. As you exhale, you'll bring your elbow to touch your knee. Inhale, reach and extend as long as you can. And then exhale, tap elbow to knee. You can always keep the toes down on the floor and maybe just bring it into the arm. Inhale to extend, and exhale, crunch it in. Last time, big reach, and exhale, set it down. Take a breath or two just to kind of work out any kinks. You can move organically here. Anything that feels good, we'll do the other side. So finding that nice neutral position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Left arm reaches forward, right toes reach back. You can reach that right heel up toward the ceiling, finding that balance from left to right. And then on an exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug it in. A few more just like that. Inhales to lengthen, exhales to crunch, rounding the spine. Last time, reach. Exhale, pull it in. And then we'll come back down to that neutral tabletop position. Bring your big toes together at the back of your mat. Take your knees wide. And then just sink your hips back towards your heels into a child's pose. Walking your hands forward. And resting your forehead on the floor. I'm going to sit up just because I want you guys to be able to hear me, and if I'm face down into the mat, it's a little hard to hear, but still in child's pose, just rocking your forehead from side to side. Letting your hips sink into your heels, or at least in that general direction. It's okay if they don't touch. And keeping your forehead down and your arms extended, you're just going to walk both hands over to the right until you feel a stretch down the left side of the body. Breathing in here, feeling the stretch in the left side of the rib cage. And then you'll take a breath, come through center, and then walk the hands over to the left until you feel a stretch down the right side of the body. Relaxing the forehead down. Still reaching the hips back as you reach through the right hand to really feel that stretch. And come back through center. And then from your child's pose, you're going to tuck your toes under. Then press into your hands, come into a downward facing dog. It's just an upside down V. You can bend your knees a lot here, especially if you have tight hamstrings or a tight low back. Pressing your chest back towards your thighs, rooting down through your palms. Bend your knees, maybe pressing the heels down toward the floor. And then you're going to slowly tiptoe your feet towards your hands and then come all the way into a seat at the top of your space. So any easy seat is fine. You can sit cross-legged, you can extend your legs out in front, it doesn't really matter, because we're going to focus a little bit more on the upper body here anyway. But just finding a comfortable seat, then reaching the crown of the head high toward the ceiling, spine is nice and long. Relax your shoulders down your back. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Deep breath out. Another big inhale. Big exhale. As you inhale, reach both hands up toward the ceiling. Interlace your palms and then invert them and press your palms up toward the ceiling. So you get a little bit of a wrist stretch, finger stretch here. Lengthening through the sides of the torso. Take a big inhale, press the chest forward, and then as you exhale, you'll keep reaching the palms out and away from you, but bring them out in front of you, round your back, tuck your chin into your chest. So you'll inhale, reach the palms up toward the ceiling, and then exhale, reach them out in front, round the spine, tuck your chin. It's kind of a seated cat and cow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press away, round the spine. 2 more, just like that. Inhale and exhale. Last time, big breath in and big breath out. Release your hands, come back to that neutral position. And then we'll find a twist here. So as you inhale, reach both hands up toward the ceiling. And then as you exhale, you're going to twist to the left. Bring your right hand to your left knee. Bring your left hand back behind you. Taking your chin over your left shoulder. And use your inhales to sit up really tall. And use your exhales to press and twist deeper. One more inhale. Exhale and twist. Inhale, come through center, both arms up. Exhale, twist the other way. Left hand to right thigh. Right hand lands behind you. Take your gaze out over your right shoulder. Inhale, sit up tall, long spine. Exhale, twist. Last big breath in. Last twist, exhale. And come back through center, arms reach straight up toward the ceiling. And then you're just gonna allow yourself to fold easily over your legs, whether they're extended or crossed in front of you. Just let this be an easy surrender forward. Let your hands drop down to the floor. And drop your head and neck. And slowly lift back up. Just a couple shoulder rolls here. So as you inhale, you'll pull your shoulders up and towards your ears. As you exhale, you'll drop them down your back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. So inhale up into the ears. Exhale down and back. A few more times just like that. Inhale up. Exhale back. Big breath in. Big breath out. Drop the shoulders. And you'll take your arms out to capital T shape, so just straight out to the sides. And you're going to cross your right arm over your left, and then just take your hands to your shoulder blades on your back. So it's like you're giving yourself a really big hug. You can get your fingertips all the way to your shoulder blades. It's okay if they don't get there, but just try to get as deep into that stretch as you can. And you're going to lift your elbows up toward the ceiling. A really funky, weird stretch where we're getting into the big proper way for your shoulder blades. All those muscles on the back. Take a big inhale into the back side of your chest. And exhale, release. Shake it out. Other side, so hands come back out to that T shape. You'll cross left elbow on top of right this time. Wrap yourself up in a big hug. Wiggle your fingertips over your shoulder blades if you can get them there. And then lift your elbows up higher. So you might even be breathing into your arms. Big breath in, stretch the upper back. And exhale, release. So to counter that stretch, this closing off of the chest, we're going to come into a little bit of a back bend. So all you have to do is take your hands behind you with your fingertips facing away, so facing behind you. Walk your hands back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, puff your chest up toward the ceiling, and then drop your head back behind you. A couple big breaths across the chest. Softening through the belly, stretching through the belly. And then gently tuck your chin into your chest first, and then walk it back forward. So from here, you can go ahead and come down onto your back. The easiest way to transition for you, just rocking onto your back, and then you'll hug your knees into your chest. So with your knees into your chest, just take a little rock from side to side. And the weight of your legs is putting a little bit of pressure on the low back, just enough to sort of massage out the sacrum and the low back area. You can take little figure eights with the knees, giving yourself that low back massage. And then come through center, so just a neutral position, the shins are parallel to the floor, and you're going to let your knees drop over to the left. Now take your chin out over towards your right shoulder. A spinal twist. Nice full inhales, open the chest. Exhales to soften and sink down into the floor. One more breath in and a breath out. Inhale, bring the knees back through center. And just pause here for a minute with just the knees over the belly. Maybe give yourself a gentle squeeze. And then on your next exhale, you'll allow the knees to drop over to the right. And take your gaze out over your left shoulder. And you might find that twisting in one direction is a little bit more pleasant than twisting in the other direction. And that's completely normal. We have different organs on one side of the body than the other. We're not very symmetrical on the inside, so twisting in one direction typically feels better than twisting in the other direction. Anyway, breathe in and breathe out. And bring the legs back through center, hug your knees into your chest. And then you're going to reach your feet straight up toward the ceiling. So you're creating an L shape with your body. And your feet are together, legs are together, stacked directly over your hips. So it's a 90-degree angle or close to it. Flex your toes back towards your shins so that you feel a little bit of a stretch on the back side of the legs and the hamstrings, backs and the knees. Then point and flex your toes. Just working through the tendons, the connective tissue in the feet and the ankles. Maybe take little circles with the feet. And one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, hug your knees back into your chest. And then you're going to gently set the soles of your feet down onto the floor And they're right underneath your butt cheek, so not too far away. You might be able to just barely graze your heels with your middle fingers as you reach your hands down by your hips. Maybe not. Everybody's arms are different lengths. But as you inhale, you're going to press into your feet and lift your hips off of the floor, reaching them up toward the ceiling. So you'll feel some engagement in the back side of the body, the glutes and the low back. Take a breath in and then exhale, slowly lower back down. We'll do this a few times just to warm up the lumbar spine. So as you inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up high, and exhale, drop them back down, finding this easy flow. Inhale, hips up. Exhale, hips down. Twice more, inhale up. Maybe get a little higher each time. Exhale, come down. Last time, we're going to inhale up and hold as long as you can. Pressing into your feet. Engaging your glutes. Not breathing too hard. Soften the muscles of your face and your neck. And when you just can't hold it anymore, slowly lower the hips back down. Then you'll just windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Release the low back. And come back through center, so feet are still flat on the floor. You're going to figure four, your right ankle over your left thigh. And this might be it. This might be plenty, right? This can be a pretty intense hip stretch. So if you're feeling it here, stay here. You don't have to go any further than right here. If you want to feel a little bit more, you can start to pull the whole shape in towards your chest. So pulling the left knee in towards the chest to bring your right shin closer to your body. Keeping your feet flexed and active so that we're supporting the ankle joint and the knee joints. And just pulling that leg towards you until you feel sensation on the right hip, right glute. Keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. A few more breaths right here. And on your next exhale, you can lower your left foot back down to the floor if you lifted it. Uncross your legs. Bring your knees together, but walk your feet out wide. So think like a triangle, and your knees are the point of the triangle, and your feet are at the base corners of the triangle. So knees and thighs are together. You might feel a little bit of a stretch on the outer hip and the IT band. And slowly heel toe your feet back to center. Bring the legs back to parallel. Figure for your left ankle over your right thigh this time. And one hip might be a little stickier than the other, and that's okay. Just meet yourself where you are. If this is plenty, if the stretch is already intense, stay right here and breathe into it. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can start to pull the right thigh in towards the chest, bringing the left shin closer to the body until you feel that intense stretch on the outer left hip. Softening through the shoulders and the back of the neck. We tend to clench up in the upper body as we start to dig into the deeper layers of the lower body. Noticing that and breathing through it. Deep inhales and exhales. And on your next exhale, slowly unravel. Bring both feet back down to the floor. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Oh, I just had some popping in my lower back. Maybe you'll be so lucky. And hug both knees back into your chest. Squeezing your thighs against your belly. Keep rocking from side to side. And then extend your legs out long on the floor, so it's just like you're taking a nap in your office. Don't worry, I won't tell anybody. Walk your shoulder blades together underneath your back, so you're sort of puffed up through your chest, and your hands come down by your sides with your palms face up toward the ceiling. Relax your feet. Let the toes just kind of flop out to the sides. Rock your head from side to side. Find that sweet spot right in the middle, the back of the head resting on the floor. Allow your eyes to close if they haven't already. And just settle in here. Allow the body to soften, letting go of the effort or any sort of need to do or be anywhere. Relax your eyes. Soften the muscles of your cheeks, your temples. Let the corners of your mouth just kind of droop down towards the floor. Well, just take a few moments of meditation, still lying on your back, keeping the eyes closed, keeping the body relaxed and soft. And let the arms and legs be really heavy. The heart and the belly are light. Release your jaw. And let your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth, creating some space in between your top and bottom rows of teeth. Relax your forehead. And let the shoulders be heavy into the floor. Take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up your belly, your rib cage, your chest, then open your mouth, sigh it out. Another big inhale, fill up your lungs. Open your mouth and exhale. One more time for good luck. Breathe in. Breathe out, let go. And drop back into your natural breath. Just noticing how it feels in your body. What does it sound like? What does it feel like? Where does it go? And if nagging little to-do lists or other thoughts start to creep in, it's okay. You can let them. Just acknowledge those thoughts and say, hey, I'll see you later. Right now, I'm here to breathe. And when the thoughts get really loud, can you make the breath even louder? A few more moments just to use the breath to ease any remaining tension in the body. It might help to do a full body scan from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, searching out those little areas, little pockets of tension, and breathing them away. And let's take one last deep inhale together. Open your mouth, breathe out. And as you're ready, make your way back up to a seated position, hopefully keeping your eyes closed for as long as you can. And then once you're seated, sitting up nice and tall, rooting down to the bones of your seat, reaching the crown of the head up toward the ceiling, bring your left hand over your heart, and then your right hand over your left. Just finding that connection to yourself. Take a deep breath in here. Deep breath out. Curl the corners of your mouth up towards your ears in a tiny little smile of gratitude. Just thank yourself for being here today, for putting in the time, a sweet 30 minutes. Thank you so much. Namaste.